and welcome back to another one of my videos. On today's video we're looking at Frag Pro Shooter, and in particular we're going to be taking a look at maxed out Duality on the test server using her Neo skin, which is obviously, you know, one of the best skins out there, with green and a bluey purple haze and the pink. It's looking super awesome. So these are the stats you would get if you were lucky enough to not only get Duality but get her maxed out, which only a few people are going to do because they're going to be people that spend a lot of money in the game. Other than that, it's hackers, and we say Yabu sucks the hackers because we don't want them in the game because they make it a sad place indeed. So we need to weed those people out. So what I'm going to be telling you today is I'm going to be trying to educate you as to give you the best chance to win Duality in the upcoming events, so you can get her for free by getting those 12 wins that you need to unlock her and not get those 3 defeats. It's not a simple task. Not everyone can do it, but this is going to be doing your best chance, giving you your best chance. Let's go in and do some payload. This is just for fun, because obviously maxed out Duality against bots that are low level is going to be, you know, it's just to show you the sheer power of her at max level. So to win the event, you need a mixture of, it's all about luck, skill and knowledge. Now the luck part of it is basically, because it's random decks, who are you going to get in your deck? Who's the opponent going to get in his deck? If you're lucky enough to get some really good fraggers, you've got a good chance of winning. And if you're unlucky to get some really bad ones, then that is obviously going to swing it in the opponent's favor. So the first thing, so that is the luck part of it. The skill part of it is, you know, how good you are at frag and how good your opponent is at frag. If you come up against someone who is a very good player anyway, then you're gonna, you know, it's gonna make it harder to win. But if you're a pretty good player, if you know your stuff, if you know how to win these games, then that gives you an advantage. Now the only thing that you can change really is the knowledge part of it. Now the knowledge is knowing your fraggers, knowing which ones are good, which ones are bad, and, you know, the strategies to use. So when you first start the game, when you first start one of these matches, you'll get a few seconds where you'll see which characters you've got, which characters your opponent's got, and you need to basically main, at all times you need to main the strongest fragger that you've got at your disposal. So if you're lucky enough to get, say, someone like, if you get someone like Andromeda, for instance, we all know how good well, most people know how good Andromeda is. It's got that splash damage. I've just got taken out. She's got that splash damage, and, you know, you can use her in the initial push. You could, if your opponent's got some good cards, you want to try and see what cards it's got at that very first bit to know which ones are his strengths, and if you get the opportunity to take them out, you can. But also, if you've got some really strong cards, then you choose your best one. If, say for example, you've got Ollie, just take Ollie forward and just go straight into that bunker and just try and blitz the bunker and avoid getting hit. And if you've got, you know, if you get to use Duality, then, you know it's going to be tricky because she's quite advanced, it's quite technical. So, you know, are you confident enough to think that you can win with her? You need to get those snipes. You need to get that demon essence to be able to do that ultimate damage. So there will be a risk involved if you actually try and main her in your deck. Let's go in and do another match. So yeah, if you end up with some really bad cards, you know, hopefully you're just going to get at least one really good fragger that you can main. And if you need help with knowing which are the good ones, then, you know, check out a lot of my videos, top 10s, things like that. Get yourself educated as to which ones are the good ones, because knowledge is power in this game. Knowing the mechanics of the game and which are the good fraggers will get you wins above a lot of things. What else can I say about it, really? You know, if you're skillful, try for those headshots so you can get the bonus damage. But you know, the good cards are things like Hannibal, Andromeda, Tank Bot. You know, even Wolfson is skillful. If you're good with Wolfson, you've got a speed boost. Hakuryu, Lucha, Moitra. You know, you don't have to necessarily main Lucha, Moitra or Hannibal. If you get them, you can just send them into attack because they're good at soaking up the damage. But if you get somebody like, you know, Scout and Nutty, then you might not. You know, you don't want to be maining somebody like Scout and Nutty or Mr. Tiger. You know, unless you're really desperate, you don't want to main those cards because you know you're not going to win. You want to be using the good ones. But like I said, if you're unfortunate enough to come up against someone who's really skillful and they got some good cards, there's not a hell of a lot you can do about it. You've just got to try your best and see if you can outdo them. But don't be put off, because usually you'll get at least one match where you come up against someone who's just far too good at the game. That's from my experience anyway. You know, I find these whole events a little bit stressful, to be honest with you. And you know, if you had a few goes, if you're spending a few gems, like if you spent 30 gems to try and redo the game and you just can't win it, you might have to console yourself to using some gems. But you know, to unlock him immediately, it's usually like 2,000-3,000 gems. It is a little bit expensive, but the knowledge is what it's all about. Your skills in the game. If you get characters that have got splash damage, that might give you the best chance at stopping the opposition. So if you've got Queen, you know, I'll try and list the ones I can think of that are really, really good for stopping the opposition. Cypher's good. But if you've got those splash damage ones like Duncan, Queen Unicorn, you know, you've got your boss. If you've got boss in your deck, you could even main him and try and take out the opposition with him, because everyone knows, you know, boss is one of the exceptional fraggers in the game. And I'm just thinking, if you've got Queen Unicorn, she's like one of the easiest to use in the game. You can bring her forward. And you can do multiple. You can take out, you know, good at taking out more than one character at a time. Ripping Fin, really good. Let's see if I can just get rid of some of these here a minute. And if you've got any ideas, if you've got any questions that you want to know about the upcoming event, just let me know in the comment section. You know, Jet here. Obviously level 3. Jet has got splash and pushback damage. So check out the fraggers, you know, all the fraggers, and look for ones that have got splash damage, because they give you a good chance of stopping the opposition's initial push. Because usually you'll get an initial push from the opposition. So that's sort of like the game of chess that you end up playing, is to know whether to defend or whether to attack. If the opposition's got some good cards and they're going on an initial push, you'll want somebody like Queen Unicorn or the boss or Duncan to stop that push, and then that gives you the opportunity to go forward. So I hope that this video has been informative. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash that like button, because that'll be super awesome. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. A few shout outs to Dominic M, Tommy the Beast, Etty Shukla, Percy and Fluffy. And if you want to help grow this channel to 15,000 by Christmas, there's a couple of videos that you can check coming in here. Bye for now.